ngā mana, e ngā reo, e rauranga tira mā tēnā koutou katoa nau mai, rarau mai ki tēnei whakapāhotanga. O te whakataetai whutuporo uni ana taki whitu nei ki tēnei o ngā pātū watawata, e ki ana ko te gali ki konei ki ngā motu. E te iwi, nau mai rā.
Mihi ana kia koutou e te whānau, nei rā te mihi, ko Dale tēnei. Thanks so much for being part of our coverage of the Super 8 Rugby 7's competition. It's a pleasure to welcome you along, and the field looks fantastic. Well, you can guess why. It's a turf field, and it's relatively new here at Ngā Motu. But what a pleasure it is to be part of celebrating our rangatangitanga again and their efforts in sport. You'll see some drifts of showers coming across. They water this turf regularly, and it's been a great couple of days here in Ngā Motu to bring together once again these 8 proud kura vying for the title of top 7 squad in the Super 8. And of course, we'll have action from all of the 8 kura across the next hour and a half as we bring you the finals playdowns. And just to let you know what is coming up, well, first up, it's a playoff for 7th and 8th. It's Tauranga. They'll be lining up against Turanganui-a-Kiwa. Soon after, Ahuriri will be up against the hosts Kura, Ngā Motu. and then the boys from Kirikiriroa lining up against whānau from Te Papaioia. And wrapping it up today with Tauranga Boys, they'll be lining up against Rotorua. So a great celebration of sevens and of course open, flowing rugby. Mihi ana kia koutou, great to have you with us here in Whakaata Māori. You're doing a great job of celebrating our rangatahi in sport.
Tēnā koe Dale, o tira e mihi kawana ki ngā mana whenua, ngā iwi e waru o te takiwā nei, anei ahau, a moi her husband, e mihi atu nei, kia koutou. O tira ki tō tātou maunga, rangatira taranaki, kāhui maunga whānui, whai wāhi atu māua ko pāpā ki te kake I taua maunga I tēnei ata, te ātāhua hoki o tō tātou maunga rā. Kāmutu ka whai whakaro hoki ki te hunga, e noho tata ana ki tērā takiwā o Tongariro maunga me te ahi I puta mai I ngā rangi tata nei no reira whai whakaro nui ki e rā o ngā iwi. Hoki mai kia tātou e pai nei, mauri ora kia tātou.
Nā koe. And yeah, it was beautiful to see that Taranaki maunga today standing in all its glory. Sometimes it's uncloaked, and we were lucky enough to arrive here in Ngamotu today, and that's what we were just taken by, as everyone who sees Taranaki maunga are. So, and what Moiho was mentioning there, of course, a concerning fire in the forests and lands around Tongariro as well. There's that beautiful shot too. We have a segue in action today with one of the best in the business on the camera too. His name is Reese Duncan, and he's a hugely experienced broadcaster and a cameraman. There he is. There's a picture of Reese. Used to play softball with Reese back in the day, so he's dedicated himself to coverage of sports, and it's wonderful to have him with us here. And this is what it's all about, really, as we prepare ourselves for this playoff, the first of our 4 games this afternoon here on Whakaata Māori. Here's the lineup for the Gisborne boys.
Ferris Brown te tuatahi, ko Kara, ko Kiwara, Leach Waihi, Ludwig, Cairns, Symes, ko rātou, taki whitu, te arawākapa mō tūranga nui ākiwa I tēnei rangi, a hoi anō, whakawhiti atu ki te pai hihiri, kia tūpato e te iwi, ki tuwhunga, Mataele, Augusto, Kaliopasi, and Tauranga Boys High Rewa. E hoa mā ko te kaiako o tēnei tīma, ko James Warren, ko Tuterangi Nepe, a Waihoki, ko Adam Cranston, Wendy Andrews, te kāhui whakahaere o tēnei kapa no Gizzy.
Well, we'll have a look at the lineup as well for their opponents. That'll come onto your screen in just a moment as we have another look at the squad. And you did such a wonderful effort there with the pronunciation of our real Māori and Pacifica names there, Moiho. You can roll it out again.
O ka waiho peo te ingoa whiti ki a koe Dale. Hoi anō, ko nehe mai lau vau, ko Pavey Junior, Pavey, mone halau iwha, ana, ko waia Jeremiah, he ata ingoa tuarua Dale.
Ngara Navalu.
Well done. Kingston Reid, te tuarima e te iwi whinau, Whine Fuiaki and Artorius Honotapu.
Thanks very much. Pay Joseph Maui, voice, and the other guys. They were in there as well. They were in there as well today. Great to have you with us this afternoon. You know, the gully's famous. You can see how it's sort of stepped up on both sides. And back in the, in the old days when New Plymouth Boys High School was just pumping with tauira, you can imagine them here, midweek games for rugby, and they lay down these massive haka. So
they look like palisades of a maunga Dale. They must have created them to fend off the New Plymouth Gills.
Oh, well, now that's another story which we won't go into today, but I do understand what you're saying, Moiho, tēnā koe. But no, when the tauira are in a midweek game and the haka starts up on both sides of the gully, it really is quite an amazing sight to behold and sound to behold. It's underway.
Nei rā te whiringa whaiti e te iwi o te tūranga tua whitu me te tūranga tua waru. Ko enei tīma e rua, ko tūranga nui ākiwa, Waihoki, ko here taunga, ko tangihia te pūtātara, ko timata. Awaia, here taunga me te paoro. Drop down. Kei wanga pū I te whira I tēnei wā, ko here taunga tēnei.
Sapanapa with a beautiful run to get us underway here. It's interesting how they play 7's, of course. There's always a bit of space. And this time with the ball, this is Tufanga. Jimmy Tufanga. Just sitting back referee. We'll give it away of Heretonga. with the football. No mucking around. Wide ball. Lovely out to Honatapu this time. Getting around his opponent. Now he's wrapped up by Ormsby Cairns. But it's opening up once again for Palmerston. He can see the line. He's working hard as he goes towards it, 12 metres out. What a great start it is here for Tauranga to get us underway in the 7's. Playoff for 7 and 8. Wide they go, expansive and lateral, and then the straightened run. Good work, but this one's been knocked on. Lauval, and you can see the referee is playing advantage here as it comes back into the hands of Tauranga Nui Akiwa. They'll settle it down. The pop ball back. It's been turned over once again, and the ref will pull it back for the infringement. With a little faux pas, a knock on.
Timatanga pai tērā here taunga, whai wāhi atu ki te mutunga rāno o te whira, hoi anō I makere mai te poro I ngā ringa. Maka whakamua mai a Tauranga Nui Akiwa katahika. Maka whakamua here taunga, ana ka tau te nonoke tōna takiwā o te kau mita, te tawhiti, a ki te rārangi piro.
Brown to feed for Tauranga. Still with the football, and they decide for the kick. Let's see what the chase is on. This is what 7's is all about. Ball bounces end over end into the opposite half. The chase is on. The race is on. The kick, will it sit up? In fact, it will go right across the dead ball line.
Bisi te poro I te tangata. Ana, me pehe kore ai whakamihi I a D-Mac, Dale husband, Damien Mackenzie, clutch I tēnei ata ki te whakataitai rā I ki ngā koti mana. It was a very close game, All Blacks coming away with it. As soon as Damien Mackenzie got on the field, he kicked a 50-22, scored the match-winning try, slotted a penalty from the corner. Damien Mackenzie, take your hat off.
Okay, laddie. That's a fairly good description, but who knows? Who knows where some of these young men might end up with their sporting careers? What we know is we get a chance to celebrate them in their early efforts, sporting-wise. So Hastings with the football. Far side of the field to Sakyong. He lays it up nicely. Delivering up, trying to scramble for it. Still with the football here to Tauranga. Working across field, looking for the link man. Defence important this time around. 3 in the tackle, as well as Tauranga Nui Akiwa. They do manage to pop the pass out. Peeled across there from MΑORI. Far side, still just a little probing at the moment here for Tauranga Hastings boys. Still no score, 7-minute halves. Great to have you with us here this afternoon on Whakata Māori. The pass is there to be delivered and the ball's popped up nicely. It's into the hands of Lauval, who will come away with the first scoring effort in the playoff match here to get us underway. 4 games of 7's from the gully. And Ngā Motu taking his time to put it down. No problemo for Nehemiah Lauval.
Piro tuatahi tērā e hoa mā o tēnei whiringa whakamutunga. O te tūranga tua whitu, tūranga tua waru. Ko here taunga tēnei. Ana ko Lauval, Nehemiah te kaipiro tuatahi. Mana hoki te tarapu kiki. Ko awa. Ana ko ngā kaute I tēnei wā ko te whitu. A ki te kore, ana ka tirohia no tia tātou mā ki te piro me te rawe o ngā ringa I aia e hopu ana I te paoro.
Pana Papaya just held the ball up nicely too. He was just waiting for someone to link with, and Lauval turned up. Of course, after scoring, kick-off duties for Tauranga. And there's a split run too. Now the dash is on for the line. Lovely little run as well from Ludwig.
Hey.
And that's so cool. Super run from Ludwig. And he's able to take it 80 metres to score out wide.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest sign of sportsmanship towards the end there. Hanga harawene nei te nama iwara. Just because he got beats on the outside. Got dummied.
Well, let's have another look. This is him. This is Ryan Ludwig, dummy, through the gap. And then
What's this little in and out? What's this little in and out here? Look. Bang. And we'll see at the end. Come on, cuz.
Well,
frustration, eh?
Frustration there, I reckon. Yep. I think the try was well and truly scored by then there, champ. That and was never looking like making it. Why not? So, scoreline at the moment, 7-5.
Good response there from the boys in Tauranga Nui a Kiwa Araka. Te tiro anō tātou ki ana mahi. Ki tana tami, hoko i te paoro. Ana, tūmeke katoa ki tērā tepe. Te karo whakaroto me te karo whakawaho. Me te kā ki te leira pou.
I reckon so. Yeah, moiho. The old in and away. Yeah, pai. Well, that one's out on the full, so here's another good opportunity for Tauranga to get hold of the football, and a big ups to all of the whananga of these young men. I know you'll be watching in from afar for their exploits here and the Super 8 7s. Coming at you live on Whakata MāORI as we see another run. Tall, rangy, good step. There's a runner on the inside, can't quite get at it. Karawa Kiong, and he is wrestled to ground, but he made some good metres. Out it comes again to MΑORI. Maybe the pickup is there for MAORI. And he's over the line too by the looks of things. Referee will call them back though, I think. Yes, he will.
Bit of gamesmanship between the two number 9s. They've been at each other's throats.
Half time. Oh, comes quick and fast, doesn't it? Although,
Harmony, penalty, Dale.
Yep, gotcha.
Ara, ko tangi te pūtātara, e mea ana, ko pau te wā ki te wahanga tuatahi e hoa mā. We've got a quite an evenly matched game here this afternoon, where Hastings are up against Gisborne Boys for the 7th and 8th position here at the Super 8 7s. Here in Ngāmutu, 14 plays 5.
Must have scored that try then.
Oh, they gave it.
Yeah, and the attempted conversion. Apologies there. I thought the referee pulled it back, but good work too. And I think that was Tariki Joseph MAORI. He is a wholehearted contributor, and both these teams are having a good old go out there today. As we get a look at those tries scored in the first half, and this is the first of them. Just away from Ormsby Cairns. The ball back on the inside. Here to MAORI. He's had a good first half. MAORI.
Bit of a highlights package of some of the moments in this 7th and 8th playoff. The waiwai para huti e oma haere ana e hoi anō i te reaki te paoro i te tangata i taua taima.
Like the way the big number 8 held on to the ball that's Panapa. Payan on the inside, back out to Laval. He sauntered across the line for that first try. And it was a runaway from Ludwig. One off, and then the 9 scoring right on the break. That, of course, was Tariki Joseph MAORI. They turn it around here. The whole Super 8 competition has been superb through 2025. Well supported as well by the kura involved. I'm pleased to see Whakata MāORI celebrating in it by providing some excellent coverage throughout the season. Now that ball has gone up, turned over and into the hands here of Brown, who gets it, sending it on the inside. Nice little run here, some wheels, speed to burn as well from the 5. Gets the ball out, that's Tufunga. Still alive and opening up out wide. Important tackle to be made here, but unable to stop Matty Signs.
Hea te whakatau a te kaiwa wau, he piro. Te āhua nei he piro. Engari kua whara te tehi o ngā kaitākaro o te kapa he re taunga kei wainga nui ia i te whira. Taku mōhio, patu tana māhunga i te papa. Show must go on. Difficult conversion attempt. Pretty decent move from out wide. And 14-12 is the scoreline, but the referee quite obviously needs to have a look and see what's happened here as the player hit the turf. Yeah, a bit of a injury concern here. It's not looking great for our young man. Well, obviously neck and head injuries are ones that they want to watch out for. Yeah, for sure. We won't jump the gun though. We'll just wait and see. That's being attended to in the background. Let's have a look at some of these young players and just rolling through once again
the squads for Gisborne today. Good to see Talaboy Haidawa working well. Kahurangi Leachwahi with the captaincy, and hats off as well to those in the corner in the backdrops. Wendy Andrews is their physio, and Adam Cranston in the managing role for Gisborne as well. And Sam Moore, of course, really pleased as the headmaster of New Plymouth Boys High School to host this year's 2025 Super 8 7's. Of course, he says the brand is synonymous now with quality, and no matter which sporting tournament's held, you'll be seeing some of the best competition in New Zealand schools. And of course, he says the aim of Super 8 to unite schools with similar philosophies and goals, but equally as important, says Sam Moore, the principal here at Ngāmotu, equally important are the friendships that are formed along the way, as using sport as that vehicle. Obviously, you're going to study as well, there's all that academic expectation, but sport is very much a part of developing that rounded personality that schools strive for, including cultural aspects, artistic aspects, and music. But sporting effort of two is, of course, is one that is taken extremely importantly by the schools involved, Super 8. Big ups to all the sponsors who support the kura, whether that be in the wider 15-man competitions or these Super 8. It's a great vehicle, and of course, again, acknowledging those here at New Plymouth Boys, and putting the spend together on the turf. It really looks amazing. They've got a sand slit hockey turf on the other side of the kura as well. So sports here at Ngāmotu, obviously really important. I'm still tending to that player down in back play.
Kati, kia titiro anō tata ki ngā piro, anei te piro tuatahi. Alau vau, ne he maia, ka rawe te pāhi a te kāpene a pānapa peia, ki tana hoa pau mua. It's been an outstanding tournament so far. E te iwi, hara I te mea ko ngā tuakana ana ke tākoro ana, engari ko ngā teina hoki. Got under 15s division that's been played out from the 8 schools as well. Here's another glimpse at our half peke, our number 9. The two 9s come up against one another, and
Ruan Ludwig.
And here's the try just before the hooter. It caught us out a little bit.
Yeah, I thought the ref had pulled them back, but in actual fact, Sigmund didn't go to the try line. He went back to the spot for the conversion. And there it is, watching live on MāORI Plus. Great to be going out live on the YouTube channels. There it is, the infamous gully. Scene of many great games over the years. I think we've got the green light to get back into the action. Big ups as well to Alex and Wana, Mike, and local Gecko Productions, who are bringing the pickies to us here on Whakata Māori as well. A little bit dusty, our young player there, just coming from the field. Well, there's not a lot of give when you hit the deck on these AstroTurf fields, although they are watered and on a sandy base. It can still be a little bit tough when you hit the deck hard.
Wood chips ki taku mōhio.
Right, wood chips underneath. 14-12's the scoreline here. Tauranga Nui Akiwa working right to left. Tauranga with the football. So give it some expanse. Opportunity down the left edge. First real chance with the ball. The 9 is on a good chase again. Ludwig grasping, and then the inside pass is slickly picked up and managed. Plenty of pace put on there by Laval. He'll turn it back, still alive though for Tauranga. And a shot up the middle as the big number 8 takes it. Paya, he's been very busy. They'll go wide out again. Half skipped volley, picked up nicely by Honatapu. He has the football. Defensively, Ormsby Cairns comes in. 5 metres out from the line now. Let's see if they can manage it through the hands. Right out in front of the posts here with the ball. Tauranga, straight and run. And the hole does develop in the end. Once again, a good run from Paya. He's been very, very strong, the captain. And he's in underneath the post with the conversion to come in here from Victory Voice from right in front of the posts.
Tino piro tērā. Tino piro o te wehenga tuarua. Ko Tauranga tērā. E anga whakamua tonu ana. Ka rawe te taha ki te wāwahinga o te awa ara, tirohia tātou. Great offload, te tuku, tuarua, te pāhi, tuarua. Chopped down nicely there. However, they were just patient and resilient and just found a little mismatch with some good footwork. Me tana ārai ki te uma o te hoariri.
Yeah, Pei has been involved in everything, Lavao as well, so here's the kick-off. This time it's in for Tauranga Nui Akiwa, but the bounce might indeed favour Heratanga, although there's a little knock on here, and so the ball will end up in the hands of Gisborne. Gisborne Boys High, if you've just joined us, 4 games as we wrap up the Super 8 7's live from New Plymouth Boys High School this afternoon. Live out on Whakata MāORI and of course on the YouTube channels. Big ups to those who support MāORI Active and all the goals that stands for. We've mentioned through our commentary in 25, it's about being involved right through life. Nice little effort here from Cohen Theos Brown. He's got some wheels, we've already seen that, so streaking down the outside. I'm not sure that anyone's going to get him. The 12 comes across with a desperate grasp, but the damage is done, and a superb run there from Cohen Theos Brown. Stretched it out for a 60-metre run and a solo try.
Me te mōhio hoki e Dale, koinei pēr tana kēmu tua rima, tua ono, tua aha rāne o te wikene. Really, the afterburners are kicking on, the pistons are pumping. Good chase there by the number 12 and Edwards, Panapa Lambert. But showed great
pace.
Pace and speed.
Pedal to the metal, and all of those other screaming fast cliches. Way to run though for Brown, he gets a bit of a breather.
Still to come here, Huama, a 5th and 6th playoff at 5-1. Or a little bit after that due to the injury time. That's New Plymouth, Ngāmotu, the hometown, up against Ahuriri. Following that is Hamilton Boys and Palmy, and the final at 20-2, Tauranga Boys up against Rotorua.
It should be exciting, all the games ahead. Sound like they're going to be colourful. This one's certainly going well, isn't it? At 21-19 the score. Who's going to come away with it? Pinching the ball. Brown's run down the edge has given some confidence. This is Ormsby Cairns who'll deliver it up now through the hands of Ludwig. And now he gets it wide into Symes. Symes has it. Still there for Tauranga Nui Akiwa. Ormsby Cairns whips it across. There's Brown with it again. But the referee's seen a misdemeanor. Still with it. Tapped by Ludwig. He's got the ball. Puts the fend on. 5 metres out from the try line. That ball's been pumped up. It's still okay. Referee's having a look round the outside like the Buffalo Boys. And in the corner, it's scored there. It's Kahurangi Leach Waihi. Strong play from the skipper.
Kahurangi Leach goes down the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
Yes, like the Buffalo Boys going around the outside. And do your partner. He looks good.
Have they stolen it with 2 minutes to go? Gisborne Boys. Sneaky. Te taha poto o te whira.
Good dive in the corner. So 24-21. And just less than a minute to play. This one's slipping away, it would seem, after a good start too from Heratanga. 24-21. That's the scoreline we are looking at. But the clock's working really against Heratanga at the moment. There's another replay and another look as they slide down by the skipper for the try. So they'll restart. Hugely important. It's out on the full, so we'll come back right into centre field for a penalty.
That's a coach killer, that one.
And it will be Heratanga who have the ball and their chance to do something with it, maybe even steal the game. This is Deha, has the ball, sends it on. They've got some skill down that left edge. Will they be able to utilise it? Here's a gap opening up. The try will seal the fate. There's the 3 who leaves it back, and it's been picked up as well by Gisborne. And so they have the football, and look as though they'll survive. They'll kick it into touch, and the playoff for 7th and 8th goes the way of the boys from Tauranga Nui Akiwa. 24-21 scoreline here in the playoff for 7 and 8 at the Super 8 Rugby 7's.
Mihi ana ki ngā tīma e rua, ko whakapaukaha I tēnei wikene. Hei whakamana I tō rātou tuakiritanga, o te rā tō rātou Māoritanga, te ahurea o te tangata, ana ko tūranga nui ākiwa ko whaihua I te rānei, ko puta a ihu, 7th place. Congratulations to Gisborne. Acknowledgements also to Hastings, who were unlucky, I thought.
Well, that's the thing about 7's, isn't it? You can be there 1 second, 1 minute, you think the game's in the bag, only to have it snatched from you. They ran a bit of a risk, though, there at the end. Had a tongue, I thought, too, because they were able to get hold of that football after the poor kick-off into touch. They just couldn't capitalise as we get a look at a couple of the runs as well. This was Ruan Ludwig's nice run into the corner. Then we saw the try come in by the number 9. Some neat highlights here. Once again, the big number 8 proving his worth as well, and rocking on through the middle. That's Palmerston, had a good, strong game. But ultimately, it's Tauranga Nui Akiwa. As we go down the right-hand side, this was a lovely run. It was from Brown. Colin Brown, and despite that effort, couldn't quite peg him back. And so a good game for 7 and 8. Great to have you with us here, Dale, and beside us, Moiho, husbands, in the commentary chair. And a pleasure to be bringing you the action here on Whakaata Māori, and of course on Māori Plus and the YouTube channels associated with Whakaata Māori. As it brings us to our next game. It's the host team, New Plymouth, and they'll be lining up against Ahuriri, Napier.
Mo te tua rima me te tua ono tēnei. Te tua toru, me te tua whae, haere ake nei kātahi ko te whiringa toa whakamutunga. Hei te takiwa o te rua te kau ki te rua karaka.
Now let's have a look at the team lists for these guys, just as we get, just before we get into the action, as the referees make their way out onto the field for New Plymouth. 4 is Leighton Goodwin, 6, 5 Davis, 6 is Sheehan, Sinclair's in 7, Werder in 9, Goodman in 10, Van Pla in 11, Bryant in 14, and that's the starting lineup. The captain for Ahuriri is Angus Lovett. He'll be in jersey number 6. Vice captains today, Joseph Jury Senatu and Carlo Mieni in 10 and 13 respectively. Napier Boys High School up against New Plymouth Boys, the home squad.
Just a quick shout out to the Doc Van Braak, the Dutchman that lives down here in Ngāmutu. His boy plays for the boys from New Plymouth.
You bumped him on the plane, didn't you, for a bit of a yarn?
Yes, kind man. He's just come back from a golf trip with his brothers in Queenstown. Back to the action here as Ngāmutu march their way up the field. Big man, strong carry, shrugging 1, 2, carrying a couple of others as well. Quick little show and go there from the half e peke. Ko puta te paoro, kei te taha poto rāno rātou, hoi no ko intercept ke. Ahuriri, te paoro's a chase on.
Not going to find it, are they? The 9 has the football centred on the inside, though, and still a follow-up, still with runners, and go crashing across for the tries, Harvey O'Rourke.
Stop it, you know.
That's how it works in 7's.
You're allowed to flick it like that. You've got the okay from the coach. He ran out of gas, stood his ground and just flicked a pass back on the inside. We'll miss the replay, it was so quick. But an outstanding try there from Napier. Me te aha. I whaihua ko te kiki. E whitu ki te kore, ko Napier, te tīma whakamutunga. Ana, mihi ana ki a Chloe Sampson, ko ia te kaiwawa o te referee o tēnei kēmu. Nice to see our young ladies with responsibilities of the holding the whistle.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. This is Carlo Miani, who has the football, manages to push it back over the top. Do we send it to? Here's the straightened run. There's that whole shot that we were talking about. Once it's opening up, and Angus Lovett is able to go in and take advantage. So Ahuriri with the try right underneath the posts. Remember, again, friends, this is game number 2 of 4 coming to you from the gully here at New Plymouth Boys High School, Ngāmotu. As we see another look at this young man, he's got plenty to offer. Angus Lovett.
Mean whack off the left foot. Tohunga tepe tēnei. Watch it. Marvel in it. Here we go. Wax it. And, yeah, gas. Obviously, a bit more space in this format of the game.
Some pressure on Napier. Have come up with the football again. So they've really had all of the pills so far. Kalomi in there. And once again, it opens up. And who's there? Love it. You've got to. Absolutely do. So Ahuriri really taking advantage of the bounce of the ball, but also sustained pressure as well. Fast and furious. 7.
Successful conversion takes the lead out to 19 points. The hometown will be a bit frustrated with how easy some of these tries have been.
There's the restart now from Joseph Jerry. Send it to a climb, the tap back. Which way will this come? Well, for the first time now, Ngāmotu have hold of the football. Referee's had a nice look. The big guys are coming through, flung to ground heavily as well. And there's a penalty, wanting the ball back quickly out to 22. This is George Kesnet. Little step and then a straightened run here. Jersey scragged as well. I think that's Lovett. He's come behind looking for the turnover. Ngāmotu still able to keep hold of the football. No, it's been stolen in actual fact there from Will Lovett. Ball over the top, bounce important here. Things are turning out nicely here for Ahuriri. But the referee is in saying that there's a knock on. So the scrum to pack down. Three-man scrums here in 7's.
He pāhi whakamua kē ki taku mōhio e teo. Anei te pai hihiri. Te kapa o Ahuriri. Carter, Riley, Harvey, Iraya. And Carlo.
He's Ngāmotu with a chance. A bit isolated somewhat as well.
Huia me tana kotahi.
There's the tap it away. This is Jerry Senatu once again. Stood out in the Super 8 efforts through regular season as well. Peter gets the ball on the far side of the field. They're okay to hold things up. They're looking at the scoreboard as well, so they've got the advantage there, although here comes a penalty as well. For a moment there, Ngāmotu thought they might have profited. 1.5 minutes to play in the first half of our second match here on Whakaata Māori.
21 plays 0 at the moment. New Plymouth struggling to get over the line.
And to get the possession they need to create any rhythm, to be honest.
They started off with a hiss and a roar, and then it was picked off at early intercept, and Napier have never looked back since.
He's here looking on as well, playing the half roll, and the scrum feed here for Lovett. He's really been instrumental in all the success that Ahuriri have enjoyed thus far. Far side of the field, and with it is O'Rourke, Harvey O'Rourke once again. He's closed down, and a tough tackle as well across the top by Goodman. They'll keep it alive though, Ahuriri. That's the thing about 7's. He can score quickly into the hands of Ngāmotu, and referee is still playing advantage, but she'll call it back because she senses that there's not going to be much of an advantage. Just the last 30-odd seconds here, and really hoping that Ngāmotu can get across the line and give themselves a chance going into the second half, second 7 minutes of action. Here from the gully in New Plymouth, scrum feed here for Heath Sheehan. Let's see if Ngāmotu can capitalise. It's tough to see their jersey numbers at times with the yellow on the hoops. But we'll just see if they're able to get there before the wrap-up. And the hula goes for half-time. Here's the half volley pick-up. That's important. Runner on the inside, not utilised. Still trying to get the ball away. He's going to have to get rid of it. It's passed back on the inside and then picked up. And the referee says that it's been knocked on. And so we'll wrap up that first half. And it's been a strong one for Napier Boys High School. They're in front of the hosts at half-time, 21-0.
Mihi ana ki ngā kapa e waru. Whai wahi atu ki tēnei whakataitai taki whetū I tēnei tau. Ana ko ngā motu tēnei me ahuriri. Wera atu o ngā tīma e te iwi, e tīma tuakana, e tīma teina. Ko Rotorua, ko Tauranga, ko Here Taunga, ko Kirikiri Roa. Ko Tūranga Nui a Kiwa, ko Te Papa I o Ea, ko ngā motu rātau katoa, ko ahuriri.
An absolutely beautiful day here in Taranaki town. And some sparkling footy being played by these proud kura. Really turns it on in 2025 in our coverage of the Kata MāORI and Super 8s. Now seeing the shortened up version of the game. Fast and furious, as I mentioned. 7-minute halves. And mistakes are easily and quickly capitalised on. Another look at this amazing venue. Many great scenes sporting-wise over the years. Now a multi-functional track here. You'll see also with the turf, the markings for football as well. So, purpose-built addition to the famous gully at 21-0. Tough work ahead here for the hosts. But as we know in 7s, things can twist on a dime. So you're enjoying the action. The restart from Joey Jury Senator had such a strong first half showing as well. The captain, the vice captain actually, the skipper, Angus Lovett, well, he had a strong first half showing as well. So the ball is high and handsome. Let's see what the take is on the far side of the field. Ngā motu do have the football. Some support is needed here.
Yeah, that's why you position your tall big bodies on the wings or on the edges for the kickoffs, Dale. Great
Lovely defend. And with the football sent back on the inside, the pickup also exceptional. Here's the chance that Ngā motu have been waiting for, trying to come around the outside. Then sending it back into the middle, but the solid defence really put some work on. Well, that was a risk too of an intercept. So Ngā motu are trying hard here. They need to release the football. They do finally. The referee will find herself in the midst of things as well.
Let's have another look at that spot tackle if we can, boys. It was well read. Wangapui te whira.
That young fella is hobbled away, so
hope it's not an Achilles.
Well, you know, your medical assessments from afar haven't exactly been top class.
I'm a takuta ropata.
I don't know, takuta ropata, mate. But anyway, it's sort of, he twisted on that one too, and he gets up ginger. Yeah, he gets to his feet and then hops off. So
you diagnose it as a pakaru waiwai.
Oh, well, now that's fairly accurate. But anyway, let's hope he's okay too, because you know, this time of the year, you're just coming into the summer. You want to do all those good things that summer offers. And, be a real shame if there's something more serious than a sprain. We wish him well. As we get back into another look, and obviously some of these senior players, Angus Lovett has been really on song here. Jury Senator has been strong, and so's Mieni. But they've been supported by Harvey O'Rourke as well. Of course, you can only have 7 players on the team. You're allowed to have 14 in your squad, but the rotation policies of the coaching staff also really important in 7s as well. So back we come to the action. I must say that the defence we've seen from Mahuriri has been first class. A little run down the left edge, but the defence has been superb.
And also while I got the chance just to give these young men a wish of good luck, and obviously because the NCA external exams are on right at this moment, so they'll be cramming as much study as they can in.
Well, you got to think about football. You can't be thinking about exams where you're trying to score a try up the middle there, boy.
Bearing in mind that this could also be possibly the last sort of sporting tournament of the school calendar.
Could well be. Plenty of cricket going on there at the local school, though. I think the pitch is also pretty awesome. Hey, thanks to Ngā though, for the way that they've hosted the tournament. It's always exciting for these guys to come across from the other side of the island and spend a couple of days here. And the facilities, the hospitality provided by the school community here in New Plymouth has been outstanding. But it doesn't look to have been their day as we look at this playoff. This is New Plymouth and Napier playing for 5 and 6. And the Super 8 coming up. As Moiho mentioned, we do have Hamilton and Palmerston North, but there will be a try, and it's sent down the middle there from Nate Werder, who's also got the captaincy as one of his roles here with the home squad.
Let's not write them off just yet. E hoa mākua, rima miniti neke atu te toinga ki a tātou. Take some great pride if the New Plymouth boys will be able to chase back this lead. Some great wheels there by our nama Iwa te kapa o Ngā Motu nei, ko Nate Werder tēnei.
Well, that'll be a great comeback if they're able to do something from here. So here's the kickoff. This is going to be important. Who's going to get the ball? It's a tap back, and Ahuriri come up with it. Great defence put in there by Bryant. To ground, Roberts keeps it alive on the far side. Ahuriri now with the football, looking for a way up through the middle. This is where the holes have been created. The double around has been superb. This is once again onto Lovett on the flyers. No, it's not. It's O'Rourke. And Harvey O'Rourke will come around and to put another piece of class onto the scoreline for Ahuriri. Harvey O'Rourke just positioned himself nicely for receipt. And that pushed the scoreline out to 26-5.
Hei apiti atu mehe me nau te piro, mau anō hoki te whana. So he's ran 50 metres down the sideline, and he also has to follow it up with the drop kick.
Well, there you go.
Don't score tries if you don't want to kick.
From right in front. I suppose, well, maybe I'm tempted to say I'd get it over, but I'm sure I've missed him from in front too. But here's another look at Harvey. Came very close to the sideline. Here's the kickoff as well, and that's been tapped forward. I'm picking referee Chloe Sampson. Will say that it's an advantage here and a scrum on behalf of Ahuriri.
Here's another look at the try here. Nice little draw and pass. Just strength, being able to shrug that defender. And mahi mahunga hoki te karo whakaroto. Bring the pill a bit closer to the post.
There's Ahuriri and the double around, just creating the overlap as well, holding it up nicely. Little fend on the inside, and away to score is Harry Bain. Skillful work from Ahuriri. Classy stuff. Mums, dads, aunties, uncles watching in from that part of the country will no doubt be pretty pleased of what you've just seen as well. Harry Bain following up from Harvey O'Rourke's good run down the right edge, and the scoreline pushing out now at 33-5.
Yep, too tough to come back at this stage, just under 2 to play. Decent strike. The conversion hooks it away a bit. 33 plays 5.
Great performance here from Napier Boys. Solid. Here's the restart.
Koe ra hoki te tangi o te pūtātara. Tohua mai nā kua pau te wā ki a tātou.
Still a little bit to go here. And Napier Boys will be wanting to get another one in, although they're well in front. For the home team from Ngā Motu, I'm sure they'd too want to just improve the scoreline. It's been a taxing couple of days, plenty of footy played yesterday, and of course these players have been out already through the day. Still to come, it's Kirikiri Law up against Papaioia, and of course wrapping it up today. Tauranga Moana lining up against Rotorua from Rotorua.
National Secondary Schools champions, I might add, the Rotorua Boys. Getting over fielding in Turbo Town.
Yeah, Turbo Town. It's in the wet. Great game to call though, full of action. And wonderful support from from both kura. Still alive with it, and here they are, Ahuriri. Don't be at all surprised if they'll put another try on the board. They've been super cool so far in the match, and there's a spinning effort, and through the middle comes Miene. Kala Miene, great play from him, great season from the vice-captain, and really they've stood out, haven't they, the guys given that captaincy responsibility. 3 there with Angus Lovett as the skipper, and 2 vice-captains, and 10 and 13. Both played strong here, and it's a whopping big score to wrap up the tournament for the boys from Napier Boys High School. Too strong, and taking this one out against New Plymouth by 40 points to 5. I think it might be 7. Back on there. 40 points to 5, Napier over New Plymouth. You're watching Whakaata Māori, and it's coming at you live too on the YouTube channels. It's the Super 8 7's from Ngā Motu. Big win for Napier.
Ana ko tō te rā ki te haukainga nei, ko tai tua ono mai, I tēnei whakataitai e whai ake nei, e hoa mā ko kirikiri roa, me te pāpa i o ea, me te tuatoru, me te tuawha. Whaimuri iho, ko Tauranga ko Rotorua nui o kahamata momoi. I tēnei wā e hariru ana, ngā tīma e rua. Nā reira, e te iwi, e rua ngā kēmu e toi ana, ka paku whakatātātau, ka preihia e te hi o ngā whakatairanga hoki ora mai, hei te takiwā o te 3 minutes ko māua ko te o husband, moi hau tēnei e mihi nei, kau e haere tawhiti, noho pūmau tonu mai.
Get the MāORI Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make MāORI Plus your mate and stream now.
Okay, guys, twice to sell. Go past the sell, go to sell. Ladies and gentlemen,
This isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice. No more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Ariki ki whakaata Māori me MāORI Plus. Mangatanga Roa's fight for a better quality of life
You can do it. Nice job, Manga.
will push the human boundaries
Good man. There you go.
of possibility, nurturing hope. All episodes streaming now, ki MāORI Plus.
Whoops, running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.
It's time for action. We are working to reduce the impacts of climate change because nature is not a resource, it's a collaborator. Nativa, leading with nature.
Nāna te kōrero, e kore te kauri kia piko. Aha ko te aha, turanga tira koe noho hakaiti.
Kaore anō tēnā tū wairua, kia pā mai ki au, I runga I te tū ki te papa tū aua.
Au taia, tukura mai o kaha hea mātou nei tamariki kia tūranga tira.
Ko au taia, haka, thera.
Do you think the other sports kind of owe touch a little bit of like thank you for development?
There's a lot of people that have transferred from touch.
I've always credited touch for those skills. It needs a bit more love.
The People's Game ki MāORI Plus me whakaata Māori.
Get the MāORI Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make MāORI Plus your mate and stream now.
Kia ora no hoku mai te whānau. Great to have you with us here. Te whalinga tō whakataitai. Super 8 Rugby 7's, and it's coming at you live from Ngā Motu. As you can see, watering the turf, which is very vital as well. Wonderful to have you with us. We've so far seen 2 games in our coverage of 4 this afternoon, and in the last game, just too strong, Ahuriri against the host Kura, New Plymouth Boys High School from Ngā Motu. Well, it's wonderful to have you with us as we look back on some of the highlights here from that effort, and certainly for Ahuriri, this man had a wonderful game and was involved in literally everything. That's Angus Lovett, the skipper, and they racked up a big scoreline against the home Kura, but even so, they stuck to their guns as well. New Plymouth are doing their best. Well, just slightly outgunned once again. Another look at Lovett, class act, and was able to get across the line on a couple of occasions in that last header.
I was mentioning earlier on in the broadcast, Dale, that koe nei pia te kēmu tua rima, tua ono, tua aharane. You know, these young men have already played 5 or 6 games over the weekend, so no excuses, but yeah, Ahuriri just outgunned and outplayed the boys from the home school.
Yeah, that try there from the 9, Nate Werder though. It was good. Palmerston North and Hamilton Boys. One thing about the Super 8 is that they're all similar sorts of kura. You know, where the focus is on growing good men, good leaders, good people in our communities. And sport is such an integral part of that goal, as we see the squads coming over for our next game. The third in our bank of 4 covered here for Whakaata Māori.
Ai ko te pāpai oia tēnei, ko puta aihu, hei toa whakaihu waka, mo te whakataitai first 15 I tēnei tau, taking it out for the first time there down in Palmerston North. That was outstanding. Playing for 3rd and 4th. Won't be an easy one too. Kiri roa, always quality, always kounga. And the big one, te kani nunui, e whai ake nei. No muri mai I tēnei kēmu e hoa mā, ko Tauranga Moana, Tauranga Tangata, kia Rotorua.
Yeah, that's going to be a great game still to come. As we said, fast and furious though, here on Whakaata Māori. Thanks so much to those behind the scenes, Apollo and Caltex and Māori Plus Baileys have all been supportive of our coverage of Super 8 sport this year as we look at the lineup for Hamilton Boys High School, coached by Cam Morby and Tarina Richards Coxhead, as we look to their lineup. Cullen Parai in 1, Ross, Kara, Brotherway, Hunter, Guerin and Phillips, and also featuring today 8 through 14, Dunlop, Hyatt, Tuapula, Van der Hayden, Puamo, Deha Elliott and Kieran Stefani. Great to have that lineup here for Hamilton Boys. They can use, obviously, the interchange regularly. They've got a good starting lineup and a handy squad.
Palmerston North going down in the previous game to Rotorua Boys High School, 22 points to 17, which was a doozy earlier on. Here's some of the players of Te Papa Ioea. This is Carlo Isaac, Eric Miller, Mitchell Hopper, Palazzo Party and Cookie. Whakawhiti atu ki te pai hihiri e hoa mā, ko Ollie Reed, ko Manaia Rudolph, Henry Speedy, Nehemiah Sua, Moritz Thonfeld and Jamie Viljoen make up the starting lineup for Palmerston North.
Viljoen, as might be one of the ways to pronounce that name. This is Jamie Viljoen, it's spelled J-O-E-N, but I think it's pronounced Viljoen, so kia ora to Jamie's whānau as well. And Alex Palazzo is the double Z, and it's more sounding a little bit more like a T. Good to have you with us here on Whakaata Māori. You know, we've got so many interesting surnames in our country now, and just as we I hope that people make an effort with our kupu Māori and our ingoa Māori. The same applies to all nations and to peoples. We won't always get it right, but at least as people we try very much to respect the proud surnames that people carry.
Kiri Roa certainly looking to bounce back from their defeats. They went down to Tauranga Boys 24 points to 0 at about 10:15 early this morning.
To get things underway. The turf has been watered, the sky is blue, the grass is green, And beautiful Taranaki manga shining in the distance. Great to have you with us here on Whakaata Māori, celebrating the best of our rangitakitanga and encouraging us all to be active, not just while we're young, but as we get old, like this old guy. Beautiful day here in Taranaki today, as you can see. Look at that. Just gorgeous.
Ko Rowan gladding te referee nei. Mana te kēmu e arahi. Tohua mai nā kua timata. Te kēmu mā te whana kiki, te terapu kiki.
Papaioia with the kickoff and already with the football. Hamilton boys have it. Great reputation in rugby. And let's see how they go in 7's with a hurling tackle there from Eric Miller. Popping up the pass, just really holding it up. There's a lot like touch at times, but in 7's that ball's gone down and the ref will have no option but to pack it down for a scrum here. So both teams will be wanting to do well in this playoff for third and fourth.
As you were mentioning, the similarities, ki te pāwhu te pauro, you know, them just realigning, resetting.
Yeah.
Having the ability to just drop back if things aren't going as to plan. Early maka whakamua, te taha matau nei.
Well, everything's about possession in this game, isn't it? Here's the scrum feed. It's coming in from Henare Speedy for Papaioia. So he'll peel it back. Really just 3 to work with. The drop off back on the inside, well read by the lads from Kirikiriroa. The ball is still open to be claimed. And it's Ollie Reid. He gets it on behalf of Papaioia.
It's advantage being played. One of the defenders from Hamilton came in from the side of the ruck and I te tū hapa ke aia.
As Villian gets it, you know, pay some tribute really here at the early stages of this one for the defensive work from both squads. We know it's an open and running game, 7's, but at times these guys are reading the play, the structure of the attack. This time it's Henare Speedy once again, and he manages to get the ball away on the far side with it in his hand. Jamie Villian, and he just loses the ball, literally. It just pops out of his hand, and this is a smart sort of a kick through. Is it going to be towed through? It's been knocked on, and so the ref will call it back. And with the football, Papaioia.
Tawhiri Mātea strikes again. It was a home for all money, and then the ball just bobbled out of his ringa. Ka aroha hoki.
It can happen like that. It's a lovely little shot coming in, and here's the run too. This is from Jamie, and literally it just popped out of his hands. There's the stab kick through and the follow-up through for Cullen Palo. He just couldn't quite control it, but it was clever play on the far side of the field. With the ball now, Papaioia, and it's Speedy who will hold it up again, just trying to stab that ball through. Now the chase is on. It'll end up near the try line, and then around the outside goes to 9. That's Caden Party, and then a turnover. So everyone's trying to have a go here with the ball. It's Kearns to Whare. Turning it over, Hamilton, but they're numbering up nicely in defence, although this time there might be a break. The line is there, it's close by. Then the ball is lost and knocked forward, so the referee will pack it down again. Close contest, still no score, 3.5 gone.
Mihi ana ki ngā tīma e rua. E whakapau kaha ana, whakapeto ngoi ana. Tai no atu ki te miniti whakamutunga me te aha. Koe nei te kēmu, koe nei tā rātou kēmu whakamutunga. Some outstanding defence there. Showed the grit just to be able to hold him up near the line. Still looking to play on.
Exciting stuff right here as once again Henare Speedy gets hold of the ball and he's driven back into the end goal and will restart it. But that's the level of commitment and defence. Great work as well that time from Corbin Dunlop. And his number 6 partner as well, and Ethan Hyatt. It's Hyatt who's got the football. So they'll pack the scrum down again, but it will be Kirikiriroa who will have the opportunity from close range here. And a big call on the defensive qualities of Papaioia.
Me uaua Ka tai te aukati hia a kirikiri roi tēnei wā. Ka tau te nono ke rima mita te tawhiti te rārangi piro.
Surely, something's got to give here. Here's the drop-off pass, and there is the line, and finally the try is scored. It took a long time, to be honest, but eventually it's the number 12, Kaiwin Kearns Te Whare, who's in to score for Kirikiriroa. First try coming after, well, nearly 5 minutes here, Moiha.
Yeah, it goes to show how evenly matched Ene Kapa e Rua are with one another. 5 minutes in, no scoreline, and here's the first piro going towards the way of Kirikiriroa. Can he make the droppy to push it out to 7?
And the flag is up, so that is exactly what happens here. Yeah, Moiho. That took a long time, but worth the wait. Here's another look. Big, strapping young man as well. Steps back on the inside. And Kieran Te Whare is the try scorer. Remember, this will play for 3rd and 4th here in the 2025 Super 8 7's from Ngā Motu, live on Whakata MāORI.
Tuhapa ana.
Yeah, offside, and so here's a nice chance for Papaeoa. Hunter Kennedy has the football, takes the quick tap. Let's see what they can deliver up. There's a double around, not used. Little show, and almost a go. Sending it out this time. Fender's nice. Strong run this time. Carlo Isaac, who has the football, onto Speedy. He'll peel it back. Picks up Viljun. Inside ball, almost an intercept. Play on, says the referee. Through the hands of Isaac. Isaac will look wide for Party. He's got hold of the football. Party shows it on the inside. Good tackle. Sends it back, but it's been knocked on. Just 12 metres out from the try line as well. There's a good chance looming there for Papaeoa.
He just got a bit too eager. I felt he should have just placed the ball back nicely and continued to build phases. He just rushed it a bit there.
It can happen.
Get a bit closer to get a bit of white line fever.
And a rush of blood, as the saying goes. Let's have a look, another little look here, Caden. Let's pushed it back a little heavily. I know, just saying, might have been nice to just a delicate roll back. Gano, heat of the moment. Decisions are made. Sometimes they come off and sometimes they don't with the football. Here's Kirikiriroa. Are they able to use some speed on the outside? Lovely run here from Cullen Parai. He's managing to dispatch Party. He covered some good ground to be onto the far side of the field. That's the hooter in the background. Next breakdown and play will be half-time 7-0. Just the one try in the first half here. Play for 3rd and 4th. Out wide, inside. Still good defence. To across the top goes Eric Miller with this claim on Puamo. And there is half-time. An interesting and entertaining first half of action here from the player for 3 and 4. We go to the break. It's Hamilton Boys 7, Palmerston North Boys 0.
Ai, ko tahi ana ke te piro. O tēnei tukinga, o te toru, o te tua toru me te tua whā. Kirikiriroa tēnei. Hoi anō he hawhi anō e toi ana e te iwi. E whitu anō ngā miniti, e tārewa tonu ana kia tohua. Māwai te tua toru, māwai te tua whā, anei anō e te hitirohanga o ngā piro me ngā hapa.
Yeah, there are plenty of opportunities for both teams in that first half, but some good defence really counteracted the attacking prowess from opposition efforts. Let's have another little look here. I mean, even though they came close, you watch, I mean, desperate defence, just keeping the scoreline down. So it's anyone's game as we look into the forthcoming second half here. Exciting footy. And the Gully really shining today as a sporting venue. Great to have you with us here on Whakata MāORI.
Beautiful, boys. Let's go. Let's have a call.
MāORI YouTube channels as well. Thanks again to all who have been backing in Super 8 Sports.
1, 2, 3, finish!
Not the least of them, all the principals of whānau connections for the various kura involved, but certainly want to acknowledge New Zealand Carbon Farming and Bailey's and Whakata MāORI, of course, Celtics plus Apollo, all those sponsors who've been part of the Super 8 whānau through 2025.
And I'd also like just to acknowledge the coaching and management staff for both teams. From Hamilton, we've got Cameron Morby, Terana Richards Cox Head, and our manager Johnny Teruki Chambers. And over to the boys from Palmerston North, Andrew McDougall, Julian Johan Botha, and Duncan Cameron managing the squad.
We're underway again with the action, just the one try in it to start us off. And the ball has turned up into the hands of Hamilton, but the referee has seen a knock on. No, he hasn't. It's still alive for Hamilton Boys High School. Wide out. The defence, as mentioned, in that first half was solid. Can it be maintained? Into the fold comes Tuapula. And jersey number 5. See how they're just holding it up to Tuapula there, thinking about the pass, instead takes the tackle. Good D put on by Thonfeld. Still alive though for Kitty Door, and it's through the hands, this time back to Corbin Dunlop. He has it, the runner on the inside. In fact, it's been touched, bobbled, and I think that's going to hold. Yes, it will. The referee says it's okay with me. And Caleb Puamo is in to score for Kitty Door. A little bit of a bobble and a juggle, but ultimately did enough to control it.
Niti, kakama ona ringa. Ara, tōna mene. Ki te anō I te tepe, te pāhi whakaroto. Eish. Juggling all right.
Caleb Puamo. Let's see what the conversion attempt is wide. So it stays at 12. Hamilton Boys High leading Palmerston North Boys High School. 2 tries to 0. And a 12-0 scoreline here in the second half of the Super 8 7's from New Plymouth. Yeah, it's able to juggle that one. Yeah, boy, did enough to get the job done. And that one too, out on the full. Yes, the flag is up. Is it on the full though? That's the question, I guess. The referee is asking, and it is indeed a line out. Allowed to lift in the line-outs, 3-man line-outs, of course. Just a young fellow on the sideline. Isn't that good to see, though? Giving him the responsibility of that decision-making. The pay.
Katau te nono ke ina nei. Aki tēnei taha o te whira ka karo whakaroto anō te pauro. Piki oma tēnei, I rua te kati aia. Te kuhi, te tepe kuhi.
Like what I saw there from Moritz. John Velt. Three, pops the ball back, scooped up nicely. Dunlop has it on the far side. He decides to chip over the top. Now the chase is on. Palmerston North come back with it. It's still alive though. The number 8 is Deha Elliott. And Liam with some good work there initially.
He was having some fun with the ball there. Bit of dancing on the right-hand edge and chooses just to chip it over the top, backs himself. A bobble there from Palmerston North, and then a bobble from the man himself. Really important that Te Papa Ioea score next if they want to be in this game.
Yes, indeed. 12-0. 2 tries in this 7's, well, playoff for 3-4. Well, it's back again for Hamilton Boys. And through the hands this time of Kieran Stefani once again. Gets it wide for Phillips. Luke Phillips steps back on the inside. Great tackle from Party across the top. Now it's worked by Kieran Stefani again. Holding up nicely. And straight up the guts comes the charging run there from Ethan Hyatt. Looks pretty straightforward from here for the 12, and that's exactly what happens as well. Corey Tefane is in for his second try of the match, and that's 3 tries to 0. As Hamilton Boys kick it out to 17 block.
Kai prawa te rā momo piro. Nā te tekau MΑORI, a Kirikiriroa, a Cohen, Kieran te whare. Piki tangata, piki tinana, tā roa roa, pakari. Ne?
Yes, I know what you're saying here. 2 tries to the big fella Cohen, Kieran Stefani, and Caleb Puamo. With the other try, the conversion's unsuccessful. 17-0 scoreline here for Kirikiriroa of Papaioia. Here's another look. good lead-up work there as well. Lukey Phillips getting himself involved, and when you saw Big Cohen with the football, you thought, well, there's just no way they're going to stop him from that range. Here's the restart. Papaioia. Time is running out, almost regained as well, but the referee will give the ball here to Palmerston North. Is the tap. Trying to come around the outside, looking to split them open, and then put away is Eric Miller. Stretched out wide, they're giving the ball plenty of latitude. Mitchell Hooper. Nice double around over there for Donvelt. Bullets is wrapped up in the tackle there of Dupula. Still alive. 1.5 minutes to play. They'll be wanting to get something on the board, and there's a hole, but the ankle tap, fine work from Kent Mills. Kent Mills there in the headgear did very well. I thought for a moment the runner was away. So we get another look here. See how it sort of opens up, and I thought he's going to be away, this bloke. And little ankle tap there on Caden Party.
Gets up and goes again, Kent Mills. Exciting stuff.
Caleb Puamo once again in. Said, a strong game. He's already scored once. Puamo. And retirement opportunity for Liam DeHale Elliott. Thanks to all the boys and their efforts. Wonderful whanaungatanga and camaraderie on show with each of the squads. And of course, no doubt appreciative of the way that Ngāmbo to have hosted this tournament over the weekend.
Quick tap taken by Cookie. Tino Cookie.
As Palazzo gets the football now. Alex. Palazzo has it. Delivered up, pace. Mitchell, Hopper now with it. Tom Felt on the far side of the field. They can play the clock down really as it counts it down towards full time. And again, backing up, waiting for a curtain to open. They can slide through. There's the hooter for full time. It'll end up in the hands here of Hamilton boys. And they're happy enough to, in fact, they're going to give it a try to see if they can get hold of some points. That one's touched his own player.
Hea tērā momo whana, bro.
It was a weird one, but the referee's already said that it's touched your own player. And pretty much that'll be it. A couple of tries there to Kieran Stefani and one to Caleb Puamo. And in the end, too strong. And it's Kitty Kitty Law who take this one out against Papaioia by 17-0.
Ana, ko motu te wā ki e nei kapa e rua, mihi ana ki a Kiri Kiri Roa. Ko motu tēnei whakataetai. Hei te hei toa o te tuatoru, o te turanga o te tuatoru, ane anō. Te tihi o ngā piro o te kēmu. Whai ake nei e hoa mā ko te whiringa toa whakamutunga. Wanga nui i ngā tino kura o te tōna mana. Ara, ko Tauranga Moana, wai hoki ko Rotorua. Hoi no ko Kiri Kiri Roa, too tough. Up against Palmerston North. Here for 3 and 4. It's been an outstanding afternoon. Yesterday was Meke as well.
By the junior squads into the final of the Super 8 7's. Well, just looking back on that previous game and for Kirikiri 17-0 up against Papaioia, a solid showing. Now we're down to the real nuts and bolts of this afternoon's efforts, the weekend's efforts in 7's. Two proud kura. Of course, Rotorua have been really good through the year, national champions as well as we're aware. And Tauranga Boys, well, the rivalry here stretches back centuries. And really looking forward to the lineups here from Tauranga and also from Rotorua or Rotorua. We'll have a look at the lineups for you in just a moment. And the referee is Warwick Lamert. Is the Tauranga Boys squad. We'll go across to you, please, Moiho.
Nā matahi e hoa mā mo Tauranga Moana ko Isaiah Rai Pōtene, Te Tuarua ko Ben Riordan, Will Baker, Theron Emmett, McDonald, Finn Curtis, Spratley, Cooper, Tommy, Eli Malachi Noah Riding Spice, coached by Te Aihe Toma, Charlie Baxter, and managed also there by Jared Watson.
E pai, e mihi ana kia koutou, e o koutou manakitanga o te kaupapa o rangatakitanga here on Whakaata Māori. So Te Ariki Rogers, well, we saw him through the year. He's great at the back of the scrum. He wears jersey number 1 today. Chisholm, Raku Richards, Hieki Magavi, and Tauwari Waititi, plus Tavaiva and Owen. Familiar names, really, from 2025. Also available to the coaches Mita and Te Huia for Rotorua is their bench, which includes Rasmussen and also Mailulu and Hutchings, as well as Warbrick. So plenty on show here today for Rotorua, and likewise here for Tauranga Boys. It's great to have you with us here on Whakaata Māori.
Kāti, e mihi ana ki koutou, kua tai ki te wā, ki te whiria tō whakamutunga, e te iwi. Mihi ana ki ngā tīma e rua nei, ko Tauranga Moana, me Rotorua Nui a Kahumata Momoi. Whakapau kaha, ai tēnei wiki nei kia whai wāhi atu rātou, ki tēnei kēmu whakamutunga. Ka mutu, mihi kawana ki te haukainga, kia ngā motu, nā rātou tātou i manaaki, i roto i enei rangi e rua kua taha ake nei. Ka mutu ko ngā teina o ia kura, ngā kura e waru. Nau mai, e hoa mā, ki te whiringa tō whakamutunga. O te whutuporo uni ana, kura tuarua, taki whitu ki konei ki ngā mutu, and we have an audible like we see in the NFL to kick us off.
Well, there we go. For 1 minute, you thought they were kicking from out to the left. Turns out it's going out to the right, but it doesn't matter because the whole shot is created just by mere presence of mind and a sprinting run all the way through to finish it off as well. Wonderful effort there from Hieki Magavi. Brilliant, and he's away to score.
E hanga triki ana a Tauranga i te kiki tuatahi, with a bit of a trick play to kick us off. I think they almost tricked themselves.
I don't know about that, it was just a take. And then managed to find the break. It's the Sileli. Tavaiva is in there, so a 7-0 scoreline right from the get-go for Okura. Well done. There's your try scorer. Great sprint. 7 or a 1.
Ai te tuawhitu ko Rogers ke te tuatahi.
Well, if I've got that one right, it's just because, I don't know, did you tell on the jersey there's a 7 or a 1 there?
I think it could be a 6-7, Dad.
Don't be coming on with that one. Don't be starting with that one.
You were supposed to say dry. That's what my son says all the time.
Very dry. It was very, very dry. We'll get it clarified because, I don't know, well, looks, it was either Hieki Magavi or it was or Raku Richards. There we go. Up, some shy guys on the bench.
Sun's out and the gun's out, though. Looking good, boys.
Yeah, looking good. All right. Rotorua Boys High leading here. 1 try to 0. Is the feed on the far side. Still with it, looking for the double around. Ball's gone to ground. Looking to recover. The kick is nice, picked up there. That's Curtis Frederick. He's got the ball. Curtis with it, wrapped up by his opposite number, Theron. Just outside the 22, showing it. Rasmussen sends it back up on the inside again. Here's the same man.
He fitu he, namatahi rane.
What are you laughing at?
Cat's got the tongue.
It's a strange looking one though, isn't it?
Oh, well, I'll say it's Hieki Magavi.
Okay. Well, I'll say it's Luke Richards, and one of us will be right.
All I know is he scored 2 tries, carried his team. Ka mamai pia tōna tuara, nā te nui o ana mahi.
Yeah, okay then, 2 tries to 0. And Rotorua, they've been good all year, haven't they? National champions in the 15s. And soon, if they carry on this way, it'll be Super 8 champions in the 7's. But Tauranga Boys have got something to say about that. They finally got the ball in hand. You can't score unless you've got possession. Far side of the field. Wrapped up in the tackle is Spratley. Driven to ground almost. He continues to roll on, march on a few extra metres. Now Tauranga with their first real opportunity with ball in hand. Is the money shot. That's a lovely run. Got the wheels too, the number 11, and the tackle was absolutely superb. Coming across, Tukaitua Owen, beautiful tackle there on McCoy.
Ko ia taku tino kai tākaro Dale, toko aitua Owen, he miharo te tamara. Ki te huki au I aia I te rā wiki mo te pāwhutu pōro. He tamaiti pūkenga rau. Mo te rutu kāre tū atu I aia.
Yeah, perfect tackle, wasn't it? Technique was absolutely spot on. Well done. Tukaitua. Here's the kick. Downtown to Vaiva. Here's the chase and the bounce is good. It's in the hands here of Spice. Just pausing momentarily. Late. Portene. There's a ball with lateral movements, but in the end, it is controlled. It took a little while there for Tauranga Moana. In fact, it's a turnover. Rasmussen gets hold of the football. And now into the bag, rangy number 12. Strong, pushing away from one and then two into score. Well, took away to Owen. Showing some great skills on show here today. Big number 12. Great run. Slams the ball down as well. Really emphatically putting the case forward here for Rotorua Boys High School. Great effort here in the final. You right now?
Yeah. I was just marvelling on Tukuaitua's Owen's abilities to stop tries and then score them himself.
No, I mean banging your headset around while you're trying to be commentating. What's doing?
Sorry, bro. Couple of technical difficulties. My bad.
There's a silent way of taking your headset off.
It says the man who coughs and splutters
Oh,
over his
got
microphone. Excuse me. That was just my Māori. That's when you're thinking of something to say, you got to chuck in a cough. Our orators, our poo kōrero will know all about that.
Yeah, it is a trait on the marae, I have noticed. Can be cured with Vicks Vapor Drops.
Back to the action, 21 plays none. Rotorua ahead by 3 converted tries. Tauranga Boys, crucial for them to score before half-time. Stay in it.
Yeah, well, it's doable, there's no doubt, because in 7's you can really score quickly. And here's a chance. Here's a run and the tackle once again. Owen has been right on song. Defensive work, smart as. And also scored a good try himself. Here's the chip over the top and the bounce back now important. And it's picked up beautifully. Still alive, and it's Rotorua once again down the edge. And who's this one? It's Rogers. It's Tariki Rogers. He puts the fend on one. He'll put the fend on two. And he's away. Oh, gee, was he stolen Dallin Watanes-Zelezniak's hair and he's off. Now, he's got his own style as well. Tariki had a great season, didn't he? But that's the sort of sight you want to see in any game of football. A big guy back of the scrum normally, but flying down the left edge there like an accomplished winger. Half-time and a big scoreline. It's still not done with yet because Taveva has another opportunity to kick it out to 28. From close range. Here it comes and away. What a first half performance in the final though. Rotorua running hot here in Ngamotu.
Ka tahi te hawhe tuatahi mo te o te whainara nei ko tēnā. E whā ngā piro ke Rotorua, ko tahi ana ke te kiki I mahue. Rua tekau mā ono ki te kore, engari me pēa hea e kore ai e whakamihi e tihi tino tāngata pēnei ia Owen, got confirmation, Dale, that number isn't 6'7", ko te nama tahi ke, ko he ke Magavi.
It was a 1, it is a 1.
It was a 1, it is a 1, mate.
Yeah, it is a 1, I thought it was a 1. What's that little flick doing on the top of it?
Oh, just might be italics or something, you know, that link font, you know, your handwriting, you were learning handwriting at school?
Yeah, I do actually.
Little flickies?
That little flicky, okay, righto. But now we know. Gee, it becomes a lesson.
This is a try, bro. Try and a half.
Yeah, look, I love the way he turns and fends off.
He shouldn't be allowed to do that. I've spoken to him a few times now.
That's awesome, really, eh? That is awesome.
Big mihi to Te Ariki Rogers. Te tohu o te rangatira, Dale, ko te whakaiti. Humility.
Yeah.
And Rogers is a true example of that. When you hear him speak and acknowledge his teammates, his coaching staff, his brotherhood of Rotorua, he speaks nothing, only highly of his peers. So I look forward to having a word with him after the game if he's speaking on behalf of his kapa.
I think Ryland is the captain, Ryland Rasmussen, who I do follow what you're saying, and like you, I was impressed too in our post-match interviews that we had in the Super 8 series. He carries himself with a great deal of mana. Tariki, wishing him well too, wherever life takes him, off the back of his schooling life. And I hope that we've got a chance to see him in action in many more sporting environments. And that goes to say, that's the same with all these guys. Like I say, you never quite know who might end up where. And one of those guys, just on the left-hand side of your screen, gee, he had a great first half. We took away to Owen defensively and on attack. So a strong performance in the first half for Rotorua Boys High School here in the final. As you mentioned, in 7's, it can kick out easy, but can also be clawed back easily as well. But Tauranga need to get on the board, and they need to do that quickly. Here's a chance, but almost an intercept on the far side too, as for Vava.
Kāri tuatahi hoki e Deo no reira kua puta ia, kua pana ia I te whira mo te rua miniti. So, literally, 6 plays 7.
Oh, cut it out.
I swear.
Oh, that is dry, man. You've got to stop it. That's so dry.
Bro, it's facts.
Down the side they come. Oh, really? Was that who scored that one? Keep an eye. Just wait for the player to turn around. Hang on. You're full of it. You're full of it, son. Honestly. There's the one over the top, and it's the 9.
You know, there's trends and there's phases and jokes and sayings come dead, and that is over. I apologise, Ehwama.
Yeah, true enough.
I truly apologise.
You're very...
I'm 37 years old, and I'm still repeating some of these gags that my son is saying. It's no good. Put me in the bin for 2 minutes. Go on.
Look, it's groovy. What you've been saying is groovy, son.
Groovy, baby.
Cut it out. They'll never invite us back to commentating. You know, I could give you that tip.
Hey, Wairua Māori e hoa mā, we're on for kata Māori.
Okay, Wairua Māori it is then. I think they'll be having second thoughts anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Well, 26-7 here. And we've got just over 5 minutes to play. Look, it can be done. Something special is going to have to happen, though. And at the moment, it's Rotorua with the football. Stepping back on the inside. Tauranga just really haven't had any pill. And they've really struggled to get that possession and took away to Owen. Has had a great game. That's him again with the football. 30 metres out from the try line. Looking up is Rasmussen. He too is trying to just look for where the balance is, where the opportunity is. The offload was skillful onto Warbrick. He gets it back to Owen. Owen again away from one. Hands are free, trying to pop the pass. He's to ground 10 metres out from the line. Through the hands, this is Waititi. Stepping up through the middle. Gets the ball away. Geez, they've been good, haven't they? The way that they just kept the ball alive. Tauranga Moana this time are into, in fact, our Rotorua, I should say, are into score. Kicking that scoreline out yet again. 31-7. Strong stuff from Rotorua.
congratulations to both teams, no matter who comes out victor. Tauranga Boys certainly deserve acknowledgements, finding their way into the final here of the Super 8 Sevens competition, one of the last tournaments in the sporting calendar for 2025. Big mihi to Rob Waddell and the associates and all these key stakeholders and entities, and more specifically the local Gecko Productions, who put on a show literally every single time.
It was Tauranga Waititi who was the try scorer at 31-7. Big scoreline in the final, and a knock on, nothing really going right for our whananga from Tauranga Boys today. But big ups to them for making their way into the final here. It's been a big couple of days here at the Gully at Ngāmotu. Napier Boys High School represented here, alongside all the other proud kura who've been on show through this last couple of days. Here's the scrum feed for Rotorua, Gisborne and Hamilton, Napier, Hastings as well. So yeah, the Super 8 format is one to really celebrate, as we see Tauranga finally with an opportunity down the right-hand side. But the defence is strong there, and Nathan Theron, he'll be looking for some support. And coming across is Hiwa Warbrick as well. Still with Tauranga, they'll be wanting to get across the line here. The defence for Rotorua has been strong. They've got some wheels, some gas left, round the outside defend, and then the ball's come back on the inside, but the touchy says that it's actually been touched, or maybe on the line on the broadcast side here. You've been enjoying the new turf as well here on the track in the Gully. It's made for some hard running sevens rugby. This is Khan Henderson, who comes on and strip number 13 for Rotorua. Thanks to the coaches Courtney Mitter and Jeremy Tehuia. We've been looking after things for them. And we'll be going down to get some thoughts as well. We'll go down as close as we can, I hope. And get some thoughts from the captains post-game. So a bullet pass, 31-7, showing it around the outside goes Tommy McCoy, and he's flying down the right edge, manages to get to the try line. Has he been pushed into touch though just before he got there? Rotorua were desperate to come across, and it looks as though he has done enough. 31-12 with a very difficult conversion from wide out here, and Tauranga Boys looking to just put some more respectability into the scoreline as we go into the last minute of action here from the Super 8 Sevens.
Bit of a consolation try there. Tiptoeing his way down the sideline, Mr. Twinkle Toes. Show and go. Backs himself.
Yeah, nice try.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's Tommy McCoy. As we see the restart here, and Tauranga will be wanting to get the ball back, taken nicely in the air by Cooper Spratley. So they still have an opportunity to improve that scoreline. Big, expansive, wide passing, and then up the middle again goes your try scorer. An audacious step back on the inside. Pops the pass up, beautifully taken by Baker. Baker keeps it alive. And across field it comes. The try will be scored, and one of the best tries of the afternoon as well from Noah Seleone. But they've been beaten as the hooter goes in the background. Lovely try to wrap things up though from Tauranga Boys. They won't get the chocolates today, but they'll certainly get the respect of all who have gathered here in New Plymouth. Kick from wide out, 31-17 scoreline, and that one won't cross the bar. And so it is Rotorua once again, national champions in 15s, and they take out the Super 8 Sevens here at Ngāmotu with a big win over Tauranga Boys, 31-17 in the final. It's great to have you with us here. We'll just see if we can get some thoughts as well from the skippers from both teams. But a big couple of days of sport in the sevens, and again I'd like to acknowledge the connections here to New Plymouth Boys and their fine support of our athletes from right across the water. Big ups to all of the schools involved, and congratulations to Rotorua in the end, too strong with a great victory. Some fine performances there, tries to Rogers and Waititi. Kaitua, Owen performed strongly, and of course early on 2 tries to Hieke Magavi as well. Apologies there, quite sure if we were looking at a 7 or a 1, but we did get it clarified as the game went on. Odiole Tefana, let's have another look at that first try as we look back on the game. First it was to Magavi. He was strong. This is Owen, push away to a big performance both in attack and in defence. This was a lovely piece of work too. And this is Tarihi Rogers looking back, a strong carrier of the football, and ultimately had enough strength to get himself across the line, and adding to that 31-17 scoreline. So another look, Tauranga, where we come back with a couple of late tries. And this was a lovely weaving run. Tommy McCoy gets the ball over the top here and to Curtis, who gasses it for the corner. And then they put it down easily. And they weren't finished though. This time around it was Waititi who gets up off the ground here, you'll see him, and then makes himself available again. Pass comes forward and looks through the middle and was able to score. And I think that was the last of Rotorua's, but there was a finishing touch as well, and a lovely piece of work there from Tommy McCabe on the far side of the field. Lovely step, as you can see, accelerating through. This was indeed the last try. You'll see that it comes out to the left-hand side, and in the end, 14. Noah Selawani was successful. Just awaiting the nod to be able to go down and get some thoughts from the captains, and they won't be too far away. Big huddle.
Kei taku taha I tēnei wā, ko te kapene o te kapa o Tauranga Moana e hoa mau, Will Baker. Bit of a battle once again up against Rotorua. You've got a bit of history up against that squad.
Yeah, always, It's a bay rivalry, and it's been going on for many years. So yeah, it's always good to verse Rotorua, but yeah, someone has to lose. So
you must be proud of your boys though, making it this far into the finals.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, just keep building, and Condor's coming up in this month. So yeah.
New Plymouth put it on for us. We're really grateful of their manaakitanga, their hospitality. How's the tournament been overall?
No, it's been good, Like this turf, good running track for all games. So and Galley, worldwide famous turf. So yeah, it's mean.
I think what's unique also about the tournament is having the juniors or the under-15s, the Taina wahanga as well. You've got some good depth in the years to come for Tauranga.
Yeah. Boys made the final as well, and yeah, it's always good. So it's always just one family when you come down on a trip away like this. So yeah, good to get behind those boys as well.
All the best for your NCA external exams coming up next week. I'm sure there'll be a bit of crash studying over the next few nights.
Yeah, always. So yeah, sweet.
Thanks, Will. Thanks for having time with us. We'll move over now to Ryland. He's the Kaikapene brother. Got another dub, won the 15s and won the 7's format. You must be stoked too.
Yeah, we're obviously coming off the back of our 15 season. The standard was set high, and our boys, it's clear to see that we lived up to the expectation. But the proof is in the pudding. We've been putting the work in week in, week out over the holidays, and just put the work in, and the results will come. So yeah.
What do you like most about this style of or this format of 7's as opposed to 15s?
I think 7's season, it's good, it's fun, good running footy, and the sun's always out. Can't go wrong when the sun's out, eh?
Bro, you've got like Tokowaitua Owen, you've got Ariki Richards and Tu'utavaiva. Must be dynamic and fun playing amongst some talent like that.
Oh, it's brilliant to see, as you guys would have seen it on TV. There's just a lot of flexibility in our team, a lot of depth, and you can see across the whole 14, everyone's got the ability to have a crack and score those tries, so yeah.
Last pātai, brother, just not necessarily even a pātai, engari ka tukuna te mauri kia koe, just a mihi to some of your coaches, whānau, friends that have supported you in this campaign.
First of all, I'd just like to give a big thank you to Gordon Titchens. He's put a lot of work into our 7's program, not only just this year, but last year as well. And just all our family that come down from far, Rotas, it's not an easy drive. But yeah, I guess sort of that's the backbone to our good 15 season, and obviously our 7th season now, just our family and friends supporting. And lastly, just on behalf of the Rotorua Boys, I'd like to give a big thank you to New Plymouth Boys. You know, what an absolute cracker of a weekend this is. They've definitely put it on for us, and I wouldn't say it's very fun playing on the turf, but it's a good field, you know. But yeah.
We're proud of you, and certainly for Kata Māori, grateful to put the Rotorua Nui a Kaumata Momo boys on display. Let you go and join your kapa and give you a hongi as well. Tēnā koe, brother. Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks very much, boy, young Amihi, and thanks to our young men who, you know, so I suppose willing to acknowledge what this is all about. Sure, it's about results on the field too, but there's a lot that's going on, and I think that was evidenced too by the words that Ryland Rasmussen used there, acknowledging Gordon Titchens. And as we can see, this too is what it's about, the presentation of the shield, which he's kindly gone over, or proudly gone over to take part in. If we can hold off until that shield is passed across, we will, but if not, we hope that you have enjoyed our coverage here through Whakata Māori across the afternoon. We're just waiting to see whether that shield's going to be held aloft so we can get that beautiful shot that wraps up a tournament. But hoi anō, just looking back on the results and the 4 games that we have covered this afternoon in the final. Too strong, Rotorua Boys over Tauranga with the victory. In our previous games, of course, playing off from 7th and 8th, and then down through the games this afternoon. Each have had a little bit of magic involved in them. There could be some highlights here as we look at some of the packages, and I'll leave you with the pictures to enjoy without commentary, as we'll just see whether we're able to stay for the actual presentation itself. We certainly have been enjoying bringing you the action here, and it's been a pleasure on behalf of our broadcast team and Local Gecko Productions. We certainly hope you enjoyed the action. And congratulations to Rotorua champions for 2025 in the Super 8 7's. I think there's still some speeches to be made, but we can't hang for them all. Thanks so much for joining us on the program, and it's been a pleasure to have you with us this afternoon. Hoi anō, Rotorua champions for 2025. That's us from Ngā Motu, wishing you well for the afternoon ahead, and thanks for watching and supporting sport of all types here on Whakata Māori.
Well deserved, beating the other teams.